Good afternoon, goodiful, goodiful, Lord. Good afternoon, beautiful people. It's Rashad Terry, your licensed esthetician and owner and founder of Rashad Terry Global Beauty. Also, the creator of the Beauty Boss Mentorship Program and Beauty Boss Master Program or Masterclass. Entrepreneurs, hustlers, and beauty bosses. I just came on here really quickly just to kind of give you guys a little bit of insight on why you are not or may not be making profitable sales inside of your e-commerce beauty business. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to take right on in. I feel like my camera is crooked, but that's okay. We're going to keep it rocking out. So oftentimes we start these businesses or we start these brands and we have all of these amazing products and we forget a couple of things or we don't do a couple of things in preparation to make sure that we have foolproofed our businesses. So that's something that's going to be very, very, very important. The first thing that I want to say, you may be experiencing a struggle with making profitable sales in your online beauty businesses because of a poor website design or a poor user experience. Ask yourself a couple of questions. What platform do most of your potential clients, prospects, your leads, what are they looking at your website on? Is it on a cell phone? Is it an iPad? Is it a traditional desktop computer or some other type of device? If it's not easily accessible for all platforms or all devices, that may be a reason why. User experience or something that is going to be very easy to access is going to be so important. When you're thinking about scrolling on the phone, most people actually do scroll from the phone because they find you from a social media platform and then they click your link and then on the website. The first page that comes up on your website, in my personal opinion, should be in either a landing page or some sort of menu. And that menu can have things like subscribe. It can have shop. It can have shop merch. If you have multiple things that you sell, itemize those things. If there's education there, itemize that. It should have services. So you want to make sure that the first thing that they see is something that will allow them to look and choose exactly where they want to go. The whole point of having a website is directing your potential clients to exactly what you're trying to sell. Even if you don't have a full on website, you should have a landing page and you should be doing some sort of click funneling to guide your potential clients through the process of that end result, which is closing the sale and purchasing that product. The next thing that I have for a reason why you may not be making profitable sales is inadequate product descriptions and images. If your images aren't crystal clear, if it does not emphasize the product and make the product look good, who do you think is going to buy it? If it don't look good online, why do you think I'm going to buy it offline? Or why you think I'm going to invest in your product if you have not invested the proper imagery into your products? You're in for a world of trouble. And your product descriptions are even more important. They should be informative. They should be compelling. They should be very convincing. So if you have, like, let's say, for example, a hyaluronic acid serum, you don't want to say, let's say, title is hyaluronic acid serum, and then the description says hydrating and nourishing hyaluronic acid serum, and that's it. No, That's not going to that didn't convince the client even more on why they should purchase this thing, even if they were convinced to go over and look at that serum from your social media. You need to make sure that everything is leading to the closing of a sale. So I would say something like, enjoy the rich, nourishing effects of this hyaluronic acid serum that pulls moisture from the humidity for up to 1,000 times its water weight, keeping your skin hydrated for up to 72 hours, even after cleansing the skin. So that would be more of a compelling, convincing product description that would make the client want to purchase that product. Another thing in the description is make sure that you, after you do your brief description, underneath it, you want to make sure that you're putting some sort of product highlights. So if there's other ingredients in there, maybe there's niacinamide in there, put niacinamide B3 dash what it does. Maybe there's something else, PCA zinc in it. What does that do? So you want to make sure that you're doing as much in that product description, one, so that the client is convinced and the client can get as much information as possible, and two, so that when you fall into these search engines, you kind of put yourself into the category of Google and all these other places. Because let's say somebody Googles PCA zinc. Well, guess what? You have it in your product description now, so you fall within that search engine. The next thing can be a lack of marketing or advertising. This tends to be, for the most part, one of the main reasons, in my opinion, why a lot of people do not make profitable sales in their e-commerce business. If you are doing one post a day on one platform, that's not enough. First things, you should narrow down to one platform for starts. In my opinion, the two biggest platforms that are going to produce sales for you is going to be Instagram or YouTube. However, one post a day, one post a week is not enough. You want to get as much out there as possible. You should be creating content around the clock. The whole goal is to stay on the timeline, swarm the timeline all day, every day, until you get the traction or you get the momentum that you need. And then you can start to reduce and look at your analytics behind whatever platform you are marketing or advertising on to see what the best times to post are. The next thing is you should be doing some sort of ad campaigning. You need to pay for ads at some point. Eventually you're going to, in order to get in front of more people, you're going to have to put money behind it. It just is what it is. Number 4 is trust and credibility. If I don't know you from a can of paint, I don't know you for skincare, I'm not going to trust that your skincare is going to work for me unless there is somebody behind you backing you. So trust and credibility. Online shoppers are often very weary of purchasing from unfamiliar websites. So again, it goes back to marketing and advertising. You have to be consistent. You have to stay in their face and become familiar with the people so that they can trust your brand enough. Another thing is, if nobody trusts you, you need to do lives. You need to show that you know what you're talking about. You need to prove and back the information up. Next is, and last but not least, this is our 5th reason why you are not creating profitable sales in your e-commerce beauty business. Ineffective pricing and promotions. So profit margins are so important. Pricing and promotions should be competitive and they should be appealing to the customer. If the prices are too high, your promotions are not going to be enticing. So you've got to find a profit margin where you are making 2 or 3 times the amount that it costs for you to make that product. But you also have to put that profit margin that competes with your competitors, but also is conducive to your clients. Those are all things that are very, very, very important. So those are my 5 reasons why you may not be making profitable sales in your e-commerce beauty business. Hope this helps somebody. If you found value in this video, go ahead and smash the like button and hit the share button. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And I will see you guys next time right here for another installment right here on the Rashad Terry YouTube page. Hit the link in the bio. Go to my website, rashadterry.com. I would love to have you on over for all of the many of plethora of services and products that I offer on my website. See ya.